Right, here we are, boys, back again once more. Before we start, as you can visibly see, and as you will hear throughout the podcast, Michael was not with us today.
What?
Yeah,
Oh shit! Yeah.
yeah, he hasn't said anything. Isn't that weird? Isn't that right, Mike?
It's crazy.
Oh, hello there. Oh,
yeah,
shut the fuck up.
he will be absent from today's episode, but hopefully he will be back next show. So yeah,
Now I'll notice that it's not really here from the outros. Bye. See you
Yeah.
later. Oh, bye, everyone.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you.
you-
actual outro this time.
For those that don't know, like when I cut it, there's about another 10 minutes after that, Michael saying goodbye. I'll have to cut down. Bye. Hi.
I mean, he does get excited saying goodbye, but you know, bless him. He just wants to stay all the time. He lives on Zoom.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah,
We leave the call. He stays on until the next podcast.
He does. He camps it out.
All right, and go on, then, Nathan. What you got for us, man?
Right. Well, being on Zoom, you know, it's something that you can access on Google or
Mhm.
Bing if you're backwards. But you know, it's a service everyone can use. But there is a side to the internet you just can't really use. So today, I actually want to talk to you boys about the deep web. Ooh, it's a bit cryptic. It is creepy.
Are you going to promote my black market on there? Cheers, man. Give it
Yeah,
a plug.
I'll yeah.
Ben's trying to sell some
you want
dodgy stuff.
passports.
Bit
You want
Bitcoin.
passports. You know,
Kidneys,
new
lungs,
citizenship
corneas.
cards,
Yeah.
tanks, anything
just
like
the
that.
casual
This
shit.
is the plug, man.
Nothing
This
too
is the
I'll have a
plug.
tank, just have one in my garden. Like, you never know when you'll need a tank.
I've always looked out my driveway and thought, do you know what? It's missing a Panzer. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Just a World War II Panzer. So as I say, the deep web is basically like it's the side of the internet that is pretty much illegal. Like it's the side of the internet in which if you try and type it on your service provider, you will get caught.
Yeah,
you
you
could
will.
actually get prosecuted for some of it.
Yeah, but
And
nothing
it
will
gets-
load, right?
You can genuinely get prosecuted just for surfing on
Yeah.
the deep web. The
There-
dark, like there's layers to it, isn't it? So you've got the internet
Yeah.
as we know it, which is a very minuscule amount. Then you've got the dark web, which is just this massive sort
just
of
a
chunk of
void
internet
of-
space.
It's like
And then
kind
you've
of
got an
weirdness,
even
yeah.
deeper bit down here that you guys can't see,
Yeah.
which is the
Isn't there
dark
Some of
web.
literally
this is
like,
like-
No. Dark web's there, deep web's there. Oh, whatever.
Deep
fucking
web's
way
yeah,
around
deep
it
web's bottom, deep web is bottom, dark web is
Yeah,
that in between.
yeah.
can't we
Yeah, that's
only
a very
see about
fucked up play.
1% though?
Yeah.
I swear it's literally
Yes, something
so small.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
1%, if
minuscule amount. You have to get a
The-
Tor browser to be able to go
Yeah,
on.
the only real way is like it used to be you had to get like a dongle that you plug into your PC. But the problem was as soon as you plugged in the dongle, it sent out a signal, which if it's tracked by your internet provider, which it would be, then it calls authorities because technically you're using like illegal like hardware and stuff, and then you'll just get
Yeah, I won't fuck with that shit. You don't know what you'll
Yeah.
find on there.
It's not
Or
worth
trade-
trying
Yeah.
to delve into. So
No, you'll just see shit that will just make you lose faith in humanity. Really,
There'll be like photos of druggies
Like,
with chilling with
Ethan in the shower or something. Just wouldn't want to live anymore.
yeah, I mean you
That's
just
true. It could be on there.
crazy.
But I was saying, imagine if you got like loads of like Pineapple Express folks, like just high off life, well, weed as well, or whatever drugs they're sniffing, like, and you just got them like having a picture of an alien, like, hey, it's going on.
That's an Area 51 situation.
Yeah.
That is there, just
Yeah.
stoners with Paul. You know.
I'll just imagine Paul, and then you got Seth Rogen and fucking James Franco just smoking a spliff with them. Like.
So one side of the internet, it's cannibalism, which is
Oh Jesus! Here we go.
And
That was one time, Nathan. Man, are you ever
I
gonna
know.
fucking drop it?
He was a bit
You know what?
pickish.
I gave you a shout out, but now I'm outing you. So you know. But there's a forum on the deep web where it's a cannibal. It's just a forum of cannibals talking about their experiences eating people.
Yeah. Like you
some
get
of them
recipes
chat
as well.
about-
People saying
yeah,
the best way.
There's recipes
mate.
as to how to cook like pregnant women, how to cook
Oh,
like people of this origin.
Look at Ethan's face.
Yeah, this was the first website we mentioned.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
you want
like
to know how to
recipes.
cook auntie stew? Well, follow my recipe.
But it's like
What is Sky now?
yeah,
I don't know, I just imagine it like Shrek. Here, come to me, swamp, like, got a stew on the go. Bit of fingertips today. I don't know.
I was going to say, are all cannibals are Scottish cannibals?
They might as well be. Sorry, guys. If you're
You know
Scottish,
what? I've
Oh
never,
my God.
I'll never fuck with haggis, and maybe that's why, because it's just.
Oh
beef.
yeah. Oh yeah.
But
You're
yeah,
right.
this it's forums where cannibals go on talk about experiences eating meat. There's a really popular thing about eating human flesh, and
Oh yeah.
cannibals say that
Trending.
yes, all over TikTok and that.
It's what?
It's apparently human tastes. The thing that tastes closest to human is pork.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
like
I've
the
heard
little
it. I've
silly-
heard it. I've heard
Hey, what type of
I
pork?
haven't
I mean,
experienced it.
if it's bacon, that's good. If it's like a pork chop, like a shit pork chop, I mean,
Well, it would just be like regular pork, yeah. But like you get
Yeah.
you get that odd phrase, like where silly cartoonists are always like, "Ah, it tastes like chicken." Like that's one that gets thrown around about humans. But apparently, human meat is closely like the thing that tastes close to it is pork, like unseasoned pork.
What goes through your head, right? What sort of mental state must you have to be in
to eat a person.
to do that the first time?
I'm
What
intrigued
psychologically?
at the same time, like
I couldn't eat a
How
person, like.
fucked must you have to be? But not only that, to then go to the next step and think to yourselves, right, I'm going to go through all the fuss and bother to go undercover, get myself on the deep web, and make a video and broadcast this to people of how to do this right. And then take it a step further, not just any average human being, but like you said earlier, a pregnant person as well.
yeah,
What
there's all
just
sorts
the
of like, how to
layers and
cook people
layers
of
and
this
layers
ethnic origin
of
and stuff
How,
like that.
how
Yeah.
reliable are your
Come
sources,
on,
Nate?
man.
How reliable are my sources?
Yeah, where'd you find this?
Would
What
you
on?
about all
like
of
to
their
check?
sources? What
Is
sources are
You're
they using with
always-
people? Fucking
You're
Heinz
always,
tomato sauce and that
you're always,
mayonnaise.
Ethan. You're always meal prepping. Why don't I just give you the recipe? You give it a go. Like
Yeah,
you
man.
let me know how it is. You let me know if it tastes
Who's
like pork.
volunteering?
Yeah. If your PT trainer isn't cutting it, cut them.
Yeah,
Fucking
Yeah.
eat your kidneys.
It's maybe where Mike is. He's just chilling in the stew right now, like ready to be
Or just
prepped
chilling in a
into
pot
stew.
like a bath. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Check this
mate.
hot tobacco, guys.
Well,
Nuts
while
if
you're
that
busy,
happens.
while you're busy cooking people, perhaps maybe you want to take down their last words, and you can upload that to a separate website where you can read final statements from death row inmates in Texas before they're executed. I mean,
I don't
imagine
think
that.
that's
That's
quite
not
interesting. I
but
don't think that's necessarily. That
It
is an
doesn't feel
interesting
like
thing
deep
to
web
do.
compared to what we started with. It
Nah,
doesn't feel
no.
like there's a bloody Watch Mojo list of like top 10 fucking last words from infamous killers or whatever. Like,
Really.
Watch
I mean,
Mojo's good, man. Those are good
it's
shit
not
on
too.
I think it's
It's
getting a bit
alright.
dry now, that channel.
Yeah.
there.
But I
Trimming
mean,
it out.
yeah, it's like you say, Ben. It's interesting to be able to go through those statements of what people say because some of them are funny. Like, there's one guy whose surname was, I think his name was James French, and he was sentenced to execution by electric chair. And they asked him final words, and he said, "Hey, how about this in your news headline for tomorrow? French fries." So yeah, you get like little witty ones. There's of course the
It's
big.
quite good, actually.
There's of course the big rumor
Dun,
of a
dun, dun,
murderer.
dun.
There's of
French
course a
fries.
big rumor of a
Gonna get
murderer. That
copyrighted.
says, yeah, there's a rumor of a big murderer that says, "Let's do it," which of course has been apparently transformed into the famous Nike catchphrase, "Just do it."
Oh.
Have you heard that one?
Nah,
heard
surely
that.
not. No, bollocks, right?
Well, I mean, it's possible. Like it's weird. It'll be a weird link to make, but it's not impossible. But yeah, apparently I can't remember who the murderer was, but his last words were apparently "Let's do it" before they hung him. And
I mean, that's quite a common thing to
yeah.
say, innit? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
Let's
but
do
that's-
it. Fuck, that's a good
it's-
one. You know what? We can brand that in our fucking shoes, mate.
Yeah, but it's just a thing that goes around. Like, I mean, take it how you want. Like, take it with a pinch of salt. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Rather take the humans with a pinch of salt, bit of pepper.
yeah.
I bet they don't even
Uh,
eat them without any seasoning. I bet it's just like fucking,
Nah, mate. I love that. I mean, eating humans is one thing, but we're not doing it with any seasoning.
A bit of garlic on there, salt and pepper. Like, I mean, we're joking about this. It's probably a real thing, isn't it? Like some blokes out there,
Well,
like,
it is a real thing.
You,
Yeah,
you,
yeah, it is a real
you've
thing,
got
yeah.
you've got to try this with a bit of garlic and chili on, lad. It's nothing like you've ever tasted before.
I mean, like I say, it's not
From
just
Yorkshire,
how to cook. It's not just
we're
how to
going
cook
down.
people. It's not just how to cook people itself. It's
Oh,
people
yeah,
with
down from
different.
Jordan, shit.
It's people with from different ethnic backgrounds and such. So you probably had a conversation where it's just all like Cajun. You put fucking Cajun on an Australian. What's mad with you, man? What's going on? Like, how many
mate.
conversations could you have about?
Imagine all these cannibals, like, you know, that sassy show, what, that fucking big, what's it called? The Big Les show. Hey, that's a good bit of meat, man.
You've just got to be so fucked up. Like, throughout your childhood and those sorts of things, what are you conditioned with? What are you raised?
Yeah,
Maybe
what do you have to be subjected
Maybe
to?
their dinners
Like,
were that shit.
neurologically, with your brain and things. What happens to you? What sort of fucking trauma are you going through?
Yeah,
right?
someone's sick of Asda frozen pizzas.
Yeah, maybe someone had
what
mashed
people it is.
Someone had a
beans
real bad Nando's and
and
thought,
fish
chicken head for
fingers.
me, mate.
To be honest, I might as well have been, you know, I was on the edge of becoming cannibal. Literally, when I was a kid,
Or someone's a real aggressive vegan.
mashed potato, beans, and shit-ass sausages. They can't even be cool sausages. They might as well be like mush. Anyway, if you lived off that, I mean, people might branch out and start munching on people. You never
Well,
know.
I mean, if you're struggling at home, you can also go onto this creepy subreddit that no one can figure out. There's a subreddit on the deep web where every single post is made with some kind of encryption, except for 2 posts in English that say "help" and "please help us."
I've heard a bit about this.
Otherwise, no one knows how to decode what the posts mean. And the only 2 that are readable are one that says "help" and one that says "please help us."
Why? What do you mean? What do you mean? There's a fucking loads of them.
There's loads of posts, yeah, but they're all written in a code that no one has been able to crack as of yet. And only 2 of those posts, one just says "help" and one just says "please help us."
So let's think about this. So some cunt out there wrote a message on a computer saying "help me," like they must have access to the internet. Well, they are locked up in some terrorist fucking mansion, like.
Some cunt out there.
So basically, the old lad's nipped out for a bit. So I'm gonna break out my cage, type some shit on the computer, and hopefully some cunt out there will see it and come save me.
Yeah, but maybe they've got like super
Genius.
restricted, limited like access to it though. Well, maybe people like
one that gets me is human trafficking. That's just so
that's
mad.
that's
Mad. That's a madness. Like the whole, not necessarily even just the act of taking someone and using them in such a way for like sexual deeds or slavery, but the business sense behind it as well. To have
it's a proper market,
a market for it, like there's business centric ideologies that follow it with something so grotesque and fucked up. I don't know, mate. I'll give you this one for I don't know, mate. 15k, something like that.
I think some of the rich people and governments are in
I don't know
all this shit.
Well, like
that anonymous thing, anonymous the other week as
dodgy,
well.
wasn't it?
I mean, that just got killed off, didn't it? Like, it was a massive thing.
I feel like everyone forgot about that after like 3 weeks, because when they came back to Twitter, because Anonymous has like always been here and there with big political figures and celebrities and such. And recently, if you're unaware, they went back on Twitter and they were exposing these supposed letters that said that Donald Trump had abused and sexually abused like young girls and paid them like hush money so they wouldn't go to court and he could like ruin their life and stuff. And it all links in with the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing that's been happening as well. And Anonymous, again, they were posting like receipts and stuff saying, you know, these are the celebrities involved and this is what this person's doing, this is what happened on this date and stuff. And it's like, and about after 3 weeks or something, it's a bit like, it's kind of just fallen off the face of the earth. Yeah. The only way I see it now is one celebrity that's been kind of outed is Chrissy Teigen, who's John Legend's wife. And recently, she put her Twitter account on private, despite the fact that 12.3 million people follow her. So it's a bit like, well, like, it's good that you're on private, which is all well and good for you, but you still got like just over 10 million people like who still see your content and stuff. And obviously people will screenshot it and say, oh, look what she said, blah, blah, blah. And she's made questionable tweets, to be fair, Like, I think she
Right.
tweeted a couple of years ago. She was talking about she was watching like a child pageant show, and she said, "Oh, something like, oh, these kids make me want to go to jail," and it's just like, hang
Oh,
on,
for
like
fuck's
you've
sake.
not only have you thought that, but you've put that online, you know, in an open space. But
Yeah.
again, like, let alone the fact that you've thought that in your head, like, what the hell?
It's not even
What does
And
mean,
that
like,
even mean?
yeah, what's
Yeah.
she trying to
yeah,
get across there? I mean, you can only take it in one way. It don't sound right, does it?
it can mean like just whatever. That's the scariest thing. It's the same with Are you boys familiar with the concept of like Pizzagate?
How's that?
So
No.
it's like it's pizza is apparently a code word for like all these political figures and celebrities and stuff, which means like let's go kidnap and sexually abuse like little boys or something.
That's a
Jesus
really
Christ.
short word to say,
Yeah.
mate. Pizza
Yeah,
time.
but it's like,
I can grab
yeah,
some kids, motherfucker.
pizza. But it's like, but
Imagine not
it's
quite getting the
codes.
memo.
Pizza!
Thinking of getting the Domino's or
Hey!
something.
Rock up to some geezer's house and load of kids like, hey, I don't know what it's all about.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yes, 2 for 1. Yeah, it's 2 for 1 Tuesday, isn't it? but
Oh no.
but what do you call it? It's code. Like, I don't want to say perfect codes, but it's well hidden code, because you'll get emails where it's like, oh, I spoke to you last week about the pizza that we're getting, and you know we got this pizza instead. And it's like, it's really really weird, because if you had no idea, you would just see that and just glance over it like, oh, haha, they're talking about pizza, like let's make it a meme or whatever. But
I mean,
then,
you wouldn't necessarily. It's too simplistic to be talking about two.
well,
You
it
know,
just seems like a lot to talk
detailed.
about pizza. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
like
what I mean.
imagine if we all agreed to like meet up for like to have genuine
Mm.
pizza, and you know we'll send a text to each other
And then we're
like,
sending
what
emails,
what pizza are we doing?
texts.
Like, yeah, like, oh, I said to you I wanted this pizza, but now we're doing this pizza. Like, it's just very. It just seems like way
Over the
too
top.
much, yeah, to talk about
Mm.
food, because you see them all just
It's
like, oh,
exaggerated for what it is.
last Friday on the 28th at this time, I told you we were doing this pizza, and it's just like,
You give me
so.
that pizza. I didn't want this pizza. Wanted that pizza.
But it's so just like over talked, and it's like it raises a suspicion, like even though it's code and no one's
Where
meant
are
to figure it
people's
out.
morals, man?
Yeah,
Where are
I mean
people's fucking ethics and shit?
it's
So
just
so
weird.
with all the things in the world, what makes you? I mean, I think that's one of the worst crimes you can do, like rape, child
It's got to be
molestation.
that.
Right?
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
mean,
just.
human trafficking for me is up there as one of the
Oh,
worst
it
things
makes you
ever.
sick. Makes me feel sick, man. It's people with
it's
But there's so many. Like
yeah,
I'd say, like pedophilia and like child abuse and those sorts of things. That's just totally. I could
it's
never
like
come to
those
terms.
situations though. They are being brought to light. Like Ashton Kutcher,
Mm.
famous
Oh,
American
he's
actor.
brilliant. Yeah, he's got.
He
Yeah,
took his time out of acting to go help with battling, you know, like child trafficking and such. He took quite a
I
lot
don't
of
know
time
about
out
that.
of
No.
acting that. Yeah, it's really cool stuff. You should look into it. Like, it's well worth reading that.
yeah, yeah.
This again, the deep web just goes on and on and on. And there's another one where I actually found this just on regular Google. There's a game called. Have you ever heard of Reddit 50/50?
Yes, I have heard of Reddit
It's
50/50.
funny, but it can be really, really fucked. So, Ethan,
Yeah.
just to explain, so Reddit 50/50 is
I think
you
I
go on a
have a
Reddit,
rough idea. Yeah.
you go on a Reddit page, and there are a ton of links, and you just play with someone else online, and you grab one of the links, you send it to the other person, and there's a
And it'd be like a
generator
bunch
on
of
that.
puppies running around,
Yeah,
or a
like
guy
there's
getting
a
his head
generator.
chopped off.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's a generator built into the link, and it can randomly generate which of the two websites. I remember I played it once, and it was like, it was
Oh,
funny
so
at
both the
first. It
clips
was,
do exist. So that both of those clips that you're seeing in the options, they both do exist.
yeah,
It's just, oh Jesus!
because I
I thought some
remember I
were
clicked it like
fake.
twice. I thought I like clicked it twice, and it came up with something gruesome. Then I clicked it again, and it came up with like the good thing. So when I first played it, it was alright.
I
Like,
love
I
how
think
you
my
went back.
first.
You clicked a
No, but
gruesome
I
clip
wanted to
and
be
thought,
sure.
ah, go on.
Oh,
I want to see that again.
I had
See
my
that
eyes
again.
closed. But I wasn't too sure, because I was like, oh, maybe it's just the one clip. So I gave it a go, and no, it is just like a generator that's built into it. So first time I played it, it was either I could have had Elizabeth Olsen just dancing on the set of Avengers: Age of Ultron. Would have been nice. Instead, I think it was a guy eating shit out of a toilet bowl, and it was like it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it is pretty gruesome.
Yeah,
Ah,
but it gets a lot worse than that, though, doesn't it? Like,
I played it
Why?
once. I think the worst I saw was I could have had again. It was like a bunch of puppies like just running around or something, and it could have been nice. But instead, I got a clip of a guy who there's a little window
oh no,
in
not a
his
guy.
garage door. Oh no!
oh
And
no, this is
he
where
peered
this
his
is
head
going.
through it,
Oh,
and the garage door started lifting up, and his head got like caught on the
Oh,
on the
yeah.
bit where it would have cut off to the wall. So it looked like he might have been okay. And then the garage door just goes, and you just see body drop, head drop on the other side, and just a massive like pool of blood just fall on the floor. It's really bad. Like it's again like
How you doing,
imagine,
Babblin viewers?
how to
You having a
look
good
at
day
yeah. How
today?
you doing?
Enjoy the talk. Having a good time?
imagine,
we really
imagine,
need to put a little 18 plus on the thumbnail.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
imagine that being, imagine that
Description,
being your dad or your granddad
fucking
just walking around. All
whatever it's
right,
called.
lads. Hello. Do you want a cup of tea? Oh, there's no sound. Let's go have a walk around. Like, fucking hell, his fucking head's hanging off. Oh, what the fuck?
That's exactly how Ethan would react to it.
That is Aoife's genuine reaction.
Oh,
Like,
I'd be like,
That's genuine.
no,
Yeah.
I'd react like it'd be fucking grim now,
In
wouldn't it?
fact, it's just happened right now behind the laptop. His granddad's just there, just head chopped off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, very Final Destination, you know, like.
Oh, it's just mad, isn't it? Is
I
there anything
mean-
else from like the deep web, dark web that you know about?
Um,
'Cause you've got the FBI on there as well. Like they would go undercover and look for people selling things on the black market, or when you get people trying to hire hitmen and things
Yeah.
like that. You
yeah,
get that
Hitmen,
quite a lot.
assassins and hitmen are
Hitmen.
quite a big thing on there as well. Yeah, like you
Yeah,
could
they are.
do
Yeah.
services and you know, you do the arrangements whether you pay them after or pay them half or pay
Yeah.
now,
Like
whatever.
a woman wanted to get their life insurance from their spouse, I think now from the US, and she tried to hire a hitman to kill him so that she could get the money. And I think she was talking to like an FBI agent or an undercover police officer or something. She got caught, jailed, obviously. But it's
Jesus.
ridiculous, isn't it? It's absolutely mad how you'd go through that sort of, you go
Get
through all
their
that
money.
stress
Yeah,
to get some cash off someone who you've married. That poor fucking dude. Imagine
yeah,
how,
I
I don't know.
mean, like I know stuff like insurance can be such a hassle and that, but I mean, to go
You
out
got to
of
get
your
your
way
money. You got
to
to get your
on it,
piece.
yeah, you got to secure the bag. Like, I mean, there are other, you know, tips and tricks on that deep web. You know, if there's a text document that's on there, it tells you how to sneak bombs past metal detectors.
Fucking
So,
hell.
you know,
Really? Fuck.
yeah. I mean, what more do I need to say? I mean, it's just,
It's everything, isn't it?
it's just an IKEA instruction on how to sneak bombs past the metal
Stresses me
detector.
out, all this. Listen to all this.
It's weird because it's, I don't want to say accessible, but it's like through a lot of work and a lot of like secrecy, you could access it, and it's like anyone could get to it, and it's like, what the fuck?
But it's
Like,
just like you could end up on just pages that are really, really fucked up, like with
yeah,
pornographic side of things as well, on these sorts of websites and some of the shit that you hear about that. You know,
I think the biggest one is Hidden Wiki, which is
What's that?
basically it disguises itself like Wikipedia, and it's actually a host for just the most like illegal pornography you can get. You know,
Oh.
any content that's illegal. You know, stuff like we've said before, and just anything that's genuinely really
Just
bad,
wrong.
like gore, not even mature, like, you know, just bad. You know, it will be on there. So
Why does this
I mean,
exist? Like, who wants this out there? Why do people want
it's
to see
insane
it?
to think people want it. Yeah, I mean,
it's
like,
mad, isn't it? Yeah, how there
yeah.
is
I
an
mean,
actual demand enough for them to make this sort of content and
I'm
go to such
sure,
lengths to put it out.
all you guys have seen like murders and stuff that have been posted in like fucking Facebook and that. Like, you know, then you see the CTV like footage of like
Yeah, yeah.
shootings and that. It's horrific. Like, you look at it, you think that can't be real. It's like a film. But you're so like desensitized when you see it on an actual screen in front of you. If it happened in
Do you
real life,
remember?
it'd be completely different.
Yeah. Do you remember? I think it was about 7 years ago when all the ISIS hostage and executions.
Yeah, I saw some of them.
Like Facebook, they had like journalists, like British journalists and stuff. And there's one I watched where they got him in like an orange jumpsuit, and you know, they're all wearing like their head garb and stuff and covering their identity, and they're sending threats and stuff. And they cut his head on a live stream. And
Hack, you said that.
you would be so used to seeing that in like a film or something. You'd think, there's no way that's possible, whatever. But I think the next few hours, British reports and press were reporting that the journalist that had gone out there was executed live, and he did actually get his head cut off, which is like, the fact that it was just on Facebook, like, holy crap. How easily accessible that was at the time. And because now it's a little bit stricter, but at the same time, it's just like the fact it was managed to get its way there, like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it ties into the podcast that we did last time with social media and how damaging it can be for younger generations. Like, being a kid, you're all exposed to so much. You've got so much knowledge at the tip of your fingertips.
Rude.
It's like, I mean, it's a good thing in a lot of ways, of course, but there's so much to be said about, you know, naturally going through life and gaining life experience and nurturing yourself in that sort of way, rather than being exposed to so much so young and seeing so much at such an age. And yeah,
I mean, it's
scary,
like,
man.
it's at the same time of being in control of what you can access, you're also not, because you know, you could go on Google and search whatever you wanted to, but then you'll get, you know, we found 1.2 billion results, including this word that you searched, and it's like the amount of stuff that could be in that 1 billion, like, it's just like,
true,
because it won't
very, very
all
true.
be the same thing. It's like, I'm sure you've done like a Google search and you've got something that's completely different to what you've put. It's just like, well, Google didn't listen, nice one. But it's like, you know, there's a ton of stuff.
It's all the algorithms and people that are behind all this. You're only allowed to see what they want you to see to an extent.
Yeah, it's all controlled.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there is some control that they do want you to see. There is a website which is just on the regular internet called Rate My Poo. I'll let you figure out what that is.
Oh yeah, daily user.
Yeah, I mean,
Ben gets
where
back
do you
from
think I get my
work.
ego from?
Where do
you think I get my ego from? And my confidence. I get 10 out of 10s every day, Nathan. Every day.
Yeah, I mean, you get wiki feet and whatnot, but you've got wiki shit, you know, like, it's good. You're top rated on wiki shit.
And at the top, you see, he's like, so that's my shit.
That's mine. I'm gonna share this on Facebook.
You know what? I didn't have sweet corn for a week, but there it is.
What's that shit off South Park? Mr. Hanky. Remember that?
What's that?
Mr. Hanky.
South Park. Mr. Hanky.
Oh no.
South Park.
I don't know. I think moral of the story is protect yourselves. Don't even try. I mean, there's a lot of curiosity to be said about it, and you know, wanting to say it, but nah.
There is weird stuff you can access right now on the legal side of the internet.
Let's do a screen share, boys. Do a screen share.
Let's do not attempt to, you know, go looking for the bad shit. Stay on the good shit, you know? Yeah. Even the medium shit. It's not too bad. Just don't go searching for the bad shit.
You're obsessed with shit, aren't you?
Yeah, to be honest, I got Rate My Poo in the background. I just want to get back to it. To be honest, I'm waiting for a result. I mean, I've only got 2.2 out of 10 at the moment. Do you know how frustrating it is? I need to make money.
You gotta eat a bit more. You get a few more Dominoes down here. That'll sort you out.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna call it quits because I want to get back to that website. So, great,
totally understandable, mate.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching for today. And like I said, don't go fucking searching for any of that stuff. Stay clean.